everyone. Welcome to Women TV UK. Women TV UK continues and successfully brings some truly inspirational power stories from across UK. Today we have a very young, dynamic, and wonderful person on our sets, and her name is Hansa Dabi. Hansa has been incredibly ruling the world of radio media for good 9 years, and currently she is producer and presenter at BBC Nottingham. Hansa, a very warm welcome to our show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Thanks for that introduction. That was some introduction.
Thank you. Hansa, my first question would be you mentioned radio was the only destination you aimed for and focused on. Any specific reason, or you were inspired to focus on that direction?
Yeah, I mean, just like most kids, when I was at school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So when I think it was one day I was listening to the radio and I was listening to a program on BBC Asia Network. And I just felt really connected to it. I really enjoyed it. Now, for a lot of people who listen to radio, they'll know that it's not really. It's probably something that's more aimed towards a slightly older audience. So at this time, when I was listening to that show, I was about 16, and something in me just kind of connected with it, and I thought, you know what, I want to be doing that.
Wow,
that's what I want to do. Yeah, so I made it my mission. Really, at that point, I was doing GCSEs and I just thought, you know what, that's what I want to do. Made that decision, and then when it came to choosing my A levels and things like that, I chose the appropriate subject.
Yeah.
So you could say great radio is what inspired me to go into radio.
I think it's basically like you got a signal from somewhere and say,
yeah,
so your destination is somewhere in radio direction.
Yes.
So yeah,
a radio signal. There you go.
Radio signal. There you go. Lovely. That's amazing. How has working in the field for 9 good years contributed in your self-growth and transformation, especially as a woman?
Well, showing my age now. I worked here for
not.
9 years.
Absolutely.
No, that's
You're
fine.
still a baby.
Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. Well, gosh, in so many ways. I guess mainly it's kind of helped me blossom as a woman, because working in radio, one of the main things, the main parts of my job is to tell stories.
Yes.
And to tell people stories. So I've met so many people over the course of my career from all different walks of life. So being able to talk to them and connect with them and just kind of develop that confidence, really, because not everybody I've come across has been nice to me. That's the other thing, you know.
Aww.
So it's really about it's really kind of given me the confidence to make my presence known.
Yes.
I think that's the key thing. And as a woman, as you might know, a lot of people might know, it's not always the easiest, especially in an industry that used to be quite male dominated.
Yes.
So yeah, confidence, I would say, is the main thing. Brought me out of my shell.
Yeah, you did make a mark for yourself.
Oh, thanks.
And you're lovely.
Thank you.
You're really
so
absolutely
sweet.
lovely. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hansa, in general, do you feel women in media have equal scope and freedom? Yes or no? I mean,
it's getting better. Is what I would say.
That's positive.
So yes, I think more and more now, if you look at some of the things in the papers about, the difference between women and men in this industry, things have slowly but surely been getting better. So, I think there's still a lot of work to do, but you will see so many more women, presenting your news shows. You will hear so many women on the radio. You will see lots more women writing for newspapers. And that's something that, with time, it's got better. So give it some more time and we'll probably be about there.
Yes.
But I'd say we're the best that we've ever been in terms of equality. So
it's getting better.
Oh, yeah. It's always on the up and up, I would say. Yeah.
It's in a good direction, basically.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Good to know that. During your work journey so far, how do you think the world is getting better for women? To start with, is it getting any better?
So from I guess when I first started, so if you want to compare it now to when I first started, there probably wasn't as many kind of outspoken female role models for me. They were there, but they were kind of quiet. They were kind of in the background, if you think about it. And now I come across so many inspirational women who are so much more outspoken.
Yes.
They're so much more confident with what they want to say, and they have a presence. So that kind of inspires me to be like them, to want to create that presence. And as I mentioned before, as a woman, sometimes you have to shout that little bit louder.
Yes.
But that's not really a bad thing, you know. I mean, I talk for a living, so it's fine for me.
Yeah, absolutely. So, as per you, there are more voices now come out and they speak about it compared to what it was before.
Exactly. So there are so many women that are talking about their experiences and are talking about how things are getting better. So that is not something you would have heard much before. You know, the chance to be able to talk to other women about how life is, how work is in the same industry. So yeah, and I that's almost certain a conversation that I have with a lot of female colleagues that I come across, be them from BBC Radio Nottingham or elsewhere in the BBC. It's a conversation that we openly have, and I think that's a great thing that we can do that.
Yes, that's wonderful. We at Women TV strongly believe in women for women's. What is your take on it?
So I would say that something that doesn't happen enough, that should be happening more and connecting with that statement, is women supporting other women.
Yes.
So rather than, I think traditionally there's always been this kind of unwritten thing about women where they maybe might feel a little bit jealous or envious of other women that are succeeding above them, and I think that that's another thing that's getting better, and it seems now more than ever that women are openly supporting other women rather than trying to knock them down to proceed themselves. So to me, that statement is about supporting. It's about supporting each other, because the thing is, if you look at a group of women in any sort of workplace and a group of men in any sort of workplace, you know, oh, this is going to sound really horrible. You might have to cut this bit out. But men might not struggle with. Actually, no, I'm not going to say that because that's just going to come across really bad. Yeah, I think I'll just leave that
that's all right.
before I dig myself in a hole. Okay.
Sure, that we need to edit that.
Sorry.
That's okay. Do you want me to frame this question again?
I think I can't remember how I ended it, but I think the initial bit that I said, you could just put that in. Yeah, the thing about supporting women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. I think
just put that in.
Say,
please. Thanks.
So supporting each other, giving each other a platform, or giving each other an opportunity to shine. I think that's for.
Exactly. There you go. You took the words out of my mouth. It is about helping each other and encouraging each other to shine, giving people the opportunity to shine. So for me as a radio presenter, if I come across an inspirational woman, I would jump at the chance to have them on my show and get them to tell their story and express what they're doing that's so amazing in the world. So that's kind of an example, I suppose.
So many times you've invited us to speak about the events or something we want to do. So yeah, you are doing the thing which we believe, women for women.
Well, I hope so. Hope to continue doing that as well.
Yes, you will. Lastly, please share your special message for all our women audience there.
So I would probably say, don't ever, something that I have to continuously tell myself, which is, don't let anybody put you down, and don't let anybody make you feel like you're not good enough to do something. And as women, I think that it's so common that we have something called imposter syndrome, where, you know, we just think we're not good enough. But I would say you've got to ignore that voice, and if you want something now in this day and age in 2019, more than ever, it's possible. It's more than possible. So don't listen to anyone else. You got to go for what you want to go for.
Listen to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And to your heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's lovely. Thank you so much, Hansa.
It's my pleasure.
You really inspire us, and you will continue to. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.